What if I told you there's a secret map of countries where your dollar goes twice as far? Where the air smells like coconut and coffee, the beaches are untouched, and a full-course meal costs less than a Starbucks latte? No, this isn't some travel fantasy. These are real places. Vibrant, exotic, jaw-dropping destinations where you can live the dream without draining your wallet. Welcome to Fan Society, the channel where we uncover the strangest, most fascinating corners of the earth. And today we're taking you to 10 of the cheapest countries to visit that use the US dollar or its equivalent. Some of these will blow your mind. Some you've probably never even heard of. And one at the end, it's a paradise so cheap, backpackers end up staying for years. Buckle up, grab your imaginary passport. Let's explore the world on a budget. Number 1. Ecuador, the dollarized wonderland. Welcome to Ecuador, a country that might just be South America's most underrated gem. Ecuador adopted the US dollar back in 2000. But here's the twist, things are still cheap. You can have breakfast in the Andes for $2, lunch with a view of the Amazon for $3, and a full dinner near the Pacific coast for under $5, with fresh fish caught that morning. But the real adventure? How about standing on the equator itself, with one foot in the northern hemisphere and one in the south? Or exploring Cotopaxi, one of the world's highest active volcanoes? And let's not forget the Galapagos Islands. Even if they're pricier, you're already in Ecuador. It's now or never. Number 2. El Salvador, Bitcoin and beaches. Next stop, El Salvador, the first country in the world to make Bitcoin legal tender. But guess what? The US dollar is still widely used, and for tourists, it's ridiculously convenient. This small Central American nation is full of surprises. Picture this: black sand beaches, active volcano hikes, Mayan ruins, and surfing that's world class. A night in a beach hostel in El Tunco? Just $10. Street food? Try a pupusa for 50 cents. And yes, cold beer by the ocean, less than $1. The country is reinventing itself. Once known for conflict, now it's emerging as an affordable digital nomad paradise. And if you love adventure, you can hike a volcano in the morning and be surfing by sunset. 3. Cambodia, the kingdom of the dollar. This one is unexpected. Cambodia. Yes, the Southeast Asian treasure officially uses its own currency, the riel. But in practice, everything's in US dollars. Even the ATMs give you dollars. And that makes travel simple and cheap. Like, shockingly cheap. You can get a private room in Siem Reap for $7. Street food for under $2. A full-day tuk-tuk driver and guide? $15. But here's what makes Cambodia unforgettable. Exploring the mystical temples of Angkor Wat at sunrise, floating villages on Tonle Sap Lake, and the eerie beauty of abandoned French colonial buildings lost in the jungle. It's haunting, beautiful, and budget-friendly. Number 4. Panama more than a canal. When people think of Panama, they picture the canal. But look beyond, and you'll see one of the most diverse and affordable dollar-using nations on Earth. That's right, Panama uses the US dollar as its official currency, although they call it the Balboa. But here's the twist. While the skyline in Panama City looks like Miami, go 30 minutes out and you're in another world. Lush cloud forests in Boquete, Caribbean beaches in Bocas del Toro that rival the Maldives, and an expat community that lives on less than $1,000 a month and loves every second of it. Want to zipline over the rainforest? Eat fresh ceviche in a floating village? Panama's got you, and it's all priced for people who don't want to spend like royalty but still travel like one. 5. Timor-Leste, Southeast Asia's secret island. Have you ever heard of Timor-Leste? If not, don't worry, even experienced travelers haven't. But this island nation, one of the youngest in the world, is a hidden paradise for budget explorers. They use the US dollar, prices are insanely low. And the beaches? Think Bali. Before Instagram, you can have grilled seafood, rice, and fresh fruit juice for under $4. Stay in a local homestay for $10 to $15 a night and go diving in some of the clearest waters on Earth. What's even more wild? The country has tribal festivals where ancient traditions still reign, and villages where Wi-Fi doesn't exist, but smiles stretch for miles. Timor-Leste is not just cheap, it's raw, untouched, and unforgettable. 6. Zimbabwe, dollar days in Africa. Let's go to Africa, and specifically to Zimbabwe. A country that once had one of the highest inflation rates in history now relies on the US dollar for everyday transactions. Yes, the same dollar in your pocket can take you on a safari through the elephant country, or to the edge of the Victoria Falls known locally as the smoke that thunders. Zimbabwe is raw, it's powerful, and it's surprisingly accessible. For less than $20 a day, you can visit wildlife reserves, explore ancient ruins like Great Zimbabwe, or take a local train ride that feels like time travel. And did we mention, beer is cheaper than soda? Seriously. 7. Micronesia, dollar island hopping. Scattered like jewels across the western Pacific, Micronesia is a group of islands, all using the US dollar. But this isn't just a beach holiday. Micronesia is a treasure chest of cultures, languages, and landscapes. In Pohnpei, you'll find the ruins of Nan Madol, an ancient city built on a lagoon, often called the Venice of the Pacific. In Yap, locals still use giant stone money. No joke, some pieces weigh more than a car. Despite its remote location, prices for travelers are surprisingly reasonable. A meal of grilled reef fish and taro root? About $3. A ride in a canoe carved by hand? Often free if you're respectful and curious. This is more than a destination. It's a time capsule, running on island time, and your dollar. 8. Laos, the hidden budget haven. Laos may not officially use the US dollar, but just like Cambodia, it's accepted everywhere. And if you're looking for peace, mystery, and adventure without spending a fortune, Laos delivers. You can drift down the Mekong River for hours, explore caves where ancient Buddha statues line the walls, or get lost in Luang Prabang, a UNESCO town where orange-robed monks walk silently through misty streets. A Riverview guest house, $8 a night. Street food that melts in your mouth, $1, and massages that cost less than your coffee back home. Laos is slow, soulful, and perfect for travelers who want meaning, not just sightseeing. 9. Belize, the Caribbean for less. The Caribbean isn't known for being cheap, except in Belize. This little Central American country uses the Belize dollar, but it's tied exactly 2-to-1 to the US dollar. And yes, the greenback is accepted everywhere. But Belize isn't just about sandy beaches, though it has those too. It's a land of Mayan ruins, jungle waterfalls, and coral reefs so vivid they look fake. You can snorkel in the world's second largest barrier reef, climb to the top of ancient pyramids, or sip fresh coconut water from a hammock, all without breaking the bank. If you've dreamed of the Caribbean without the price tag, Belize is your ticket. 10. Nicaragua, the backpacker's paradise. And finally, the one we've been saving for last, the country where travelers come for a week and stay for months. Welcome to Nicaragua. No, they don't officially use the US dollar, but everyone accepts it. You can surf the legendary waves of San Juan del Sur, sleep in a treehouse overlooking a volcano, and eat 3 meals a day for less than $10 total. Hostels start at $5, motorbike rental $7 a day, and beers 75 cents. Yes, you heard that right, but Nicaragua is more than numbers. It's the feeling of walking through a colonial town, glowing in sunset light, or dancing salsa under 1,000 stars. It's undiscovered, unfiltered, and unbelievably affordable. So there you have it, 10 breathtaking destinations across the globe where your dollars stretch further than ever. From ancient ruins in the jungle to secret islands in the Pacific. These aren't just cheap places to travel, they're stories waiting to be lived. Which one would you visit first? Drop it in the comments. And tell us where you'd go if money was no object. And now, maybe it isn't. If you love strange places, hidden gems, and adventures most people never even hear about, make sure you subscribe to Fan Society. Because out there, there's a world you've never imagined. And we're here to explore it, one journey at a time.